Word came out last night that Blake Snell has joined the San Francisco Giants. He joins Carlos Correa, Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, and Barry Bonds on a team that is trying to fight in a division with two teams who start the season in 22 hours from now, the Padres and the Dodgers. You've got the reigning National League champion Diamondbacks, and then you've got the Rockies in a division that it's like an arms race. But I'm going to spend my time with you explaining what went on and the ramifications of this situation, because we've been talking about Blake Snell for months on this program. Will this possibly be the year that I can recline, eat some unleavened bread, and say Scott Boras will be taken down? Every year I've said the same thing. Every year I've been wrong. This year, I looked up at the sky. I said, I don't think his players are worthy of the numbers he's been promised. Let's take a look and see what's going to happen. So Blake Snell calls up Scott Boras and says, listen, Scott, it's March 18th. We have opening day in 9 days. Forget the Dodgers and Padres who open tomorrow. The Padres don't want me back. The Dodgers don't have room, although they could probably use pitching. So we really only have 9 days until opening day. You have to sign me. Well, Blake, let me tell you how we're going to spin this, Scott said. I'm going to get you to the Giants. I'm going to get you $62 million guaranteed. But Scott, there was rumors yesterday that I wanted $66 million. You already floated out a pillow deal. You're telling me I can't even get that? Well, Blake, when I float stuff out, you should just know I don't actually have anything. I'm just floating it out so that owners will say, oh my God, someone's going to give him a pillow deal of 66. I better go a pillow deal of 67. And then you'll get more than what I thought you'd get, and you'll be happy with me as your agent. Until the teams realized that every time Boras opens his mouth, he's lying. And every time there's a float of a story like Blake Snell saying, yeah, I'd be willing to look at $66 million from a team. That has zero impact. Until this year, it had total impact. Now, all of a sudden, it's like Boras has become binary. It means nothing what he says, what he leaks. So the Giants get the call and they say, all right, we'll go with 62 over 2. However, the most we're going to pay him this year is $15 million. That's it. So if you promised him some sort of cash flow above that, you're going to have to take it out of Boras Corp, because we ain't doing it. Boras says to them, please, you're making me look so bad. Is there any way? Can I speak to Bear, Johnson? How about Farhan? I'll even speak to the assistant GM. You can't give me such a loss with this signing. This is the Cy Young champion. And the Giants stood firm. And guess how many other teams were in on Snell at the end of the day? 0. Here's how I know. He got $62 million over 2 with an opt-out after 1. They gave him the opt-out. But the cash flow is $15 million this year, and then a $17 million signing bonus that's not payable until 2 years from this past January, until January of 26. The fact that Boras couldn't do better for Snell shows you that not only did he overstate what the market is for Snell, but the owners, not collectively, have decided game over for Boras. So Snell now joins this rotation. He joins a team that's trying to hang in there in a division where if they see third place, it will be a Barry Manilow situation. Do not allow for anyone in the media to call this a good deal for Blake Snell. Do not allow anyone to tell you that Boras got what he wanted for Snell so he can get another bite at the free agent apple next year. Don't buy into any of the rhetoric that is sure to come from Boras Corp. What you will get, if the Giants even do an announcement, and this is the other thing I'm looking for, this late in spring training to do an official welcome press conference where Boras demands to be at the table. Look for Boras when he's at the table, like he was with Chapman and Bellinger, to talk about the irregularities in the market. But I'm not sure that's going to happen. And the reason I'm not sure that's going to happen is the situation that is going on right now within the Major League Baseball Players Association.